Hey everyone, and welcome to Aries All Over the Place. I am here to give you the recap of the Love is Blind reunion. As I stated, I would be back to talk about it. But before I do that, I do want to give a little plug. I am rocking my Red Velvet Cupcake lip gloss that will be available on my Etsy store very soon. I'm still working out some kinks in my production of my lip glosses. Not only will it be this red velvet flavor, but a few other flavors as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm getting ready to roll out a whole lot of new items that are going to be on my store very soon in the coming weeks. If you're not already subscribed to Aries Cupcakes on YouTube, I will leave a link in the description below where you can follow. Okay, back to the business at hand. All right, so I got my wine, just like I did yesterday, you know. Just call me Jessica. I'm going to talk about the reunion. I felt like it was a little boring. They got us all hyped up with 10 episodes of juicy goodness and then slapped us with the reunion of subtlety. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted a little more drama. You know, I think Amber was ready to give it. She was ready, which I knew she would be. But didn't do for me what I thought it was gonna do for me. So I wasn't that excited to come here and talk about it, but I do have some opinions that I do want to share, so I will. Alright, so let's just go in the same order that we did yesterday with everything. So we'll start with Kenny and Kelly. I was happy to see that Kenny said he was in a relationship now. That's really good. You know, like I said, I thought he was cute and attractive and a nice guy, so I was glad to hear that. I think Kelly, she might be a little messy. She stated that she started dating one of her best friends and that he was actually at the wedding between her and Kenny. I don't know why she felt it was necessary for her to mention that. I don't know if maybe she was feeling some type of way about the fact that Kenny said he was now in a relationship and she just felt like she had to come, you know, throw some shade or throw some type of information to see if she could irritate him a little bit, but I just didn't know why we needed to know that. She's a little messy, but that's about it with them. So now let's talk about Diamond and Carlton. First, let me say I do appreciate Carlton's transparency in the reunion. However, he still never apologized for what the biggest issue was, which was not his sexuality. It was not the fact that he was bi. It was none of that. The issue was that he did not give her that information before he proposed. And he was not apologetic for that. He didn't acknowledge that that was an issue. I didn't like how Nick, like, straight out the bat was like, oh, we're proud of you, you know, for, you know, stating your truth or whatever. That was not a proud moment. The way he handled that was nothing to be proud about. Like, no, I didn't like how Nick did that. And then I didn't like how they kind of like shifted it, which maybe they were trying to do it to be safe, but they shifted it to making it about Diamond needing to what's the word I'm trying to say, explain herself. What? No, she wasn't the one who needed to explain herself. Carlton was. And I felt like they just gave him a pass and they let him play the victim like he did in the show, and was like asking her like, well, what would you have done differently? How would you have handled that differently looking back? What? You asking Diamond that? Really? Like, he just played the victim. He didn't take responsibility for the fact that the problem, it was not his sexuality. Diamond didn't have an issue with that. Just like I feel, and a lot of my friends that I've talked to stated that they felt like she would have been open for it. She would have been cool. But he didn't give her that option. He was not fair in giving her the chance to make a choice for who she wants to be with. I am happy that he did apologize for something, and I thought it was cute how he, you know, he kept saying he wanted to be the start of something beautiful. Like, I do think he wants a relationship with Diamond, but she's like, yeah, nah. And I thought that it was a little much with him, like, getting down on one knee and giving her the ring back and everything, but saying it's not a proposal. I am glad he said that, because she was looking like, she looked nervous. Like, at that moment, she couldn't be who she wanted to be, because she's so scared of people and their Twitter fingers going off calling her homophobic and everything else. And she's not. And I'm so happy that he said too that there was never a point in time where he felt like she was homophobic or biphobic. Thank you, Carlton, for saying that, because just because someone does not want to live the rest of their life or be in a relationship with a gay or bisexual man does not make them a homophobic woman. If there is a man who doesn't want to be with a gay or bisexual woman, that does not make him homophobic. Like, everybody has their options and preferences of who they want to be with. I feel like if people who are gay want that same respect, they have to give the same respect to people who are straight. Like, you have to. So yeah, his sexuality wasn't the issue, like, at all. It was the fact that he was not honest, and I don't feel like they really tapped into that enough. Her hair was cute. Okay, Diamond, I see you. You was looking good. And I like the fact that she stated that she's going back to school to get her PhD. Because on the show, they gave very generic job titles for everyone. And her job title was professional basketball dancer. I'm a former professional basketball dancer. So I did understand with watching the show when she was talking about how people like to date her for the wrong reasons. I understand that, and like people judge her, like even Barnett called her a stripper or something, but I think it was because of her name, but probably a combination of the dancer Diamond, but whatever. But I did like the fact that she did, you know, put that out there and let these people know that just because you know, may shake a little pom-pom for a living does not mean that you're not intelligent. So thank you, Diamond. Represent. Appreciate that. Okay, moving on. Now let's go to Giannina and Damian. Like I said in my video yesterday, I did think that they were still together, and I was right. They are still together. They didn't say they're engaged or anything, but they are in a relationship. I feel like they have grown a lot. You can tell that they are very much more in love than they were when they were on the show. I think Giannina has matured a lot since then, because like I said, they did film this a year and a half ago, so I do see, you know, a new maturity level in her, and I really hope that they last, because like I said yesterday, I see a little bit of myself in Giannina, and you know, so maybe there's hope for me. But yeah, so I thought they were cute. I thought they were super adorable. So that's really all I have to say about them. Moving on. So next, let's talk about Lauren and Cameron. When I tell you I shed a little tear, listen, they are even more beautiful than they were on the show. Like, just the love he has for her, it just is so beautiful, and she has so much love for him, and they just have so much respect for each other and their families. To hear about how their families respect one another, like, that's just beautiful. Okay, like, we need more of that in this world, of people trying to learn each other. Like she said, like, I'm learning who he is, he's learning who I am. If more people took the time to do that, there'd be so much less hate and so much less confusion in this world with people between races. And I just think they're just beautiful. I just really love too how the other guys spoke to Lauren's beauty. To hear them say, you know, that they felt like she was stunning and she was this and that, like, that was beautiful too. And I appreciate them for acknowledging that, because sometimes, you know, they might see a beauty in a black woman and not state it because they feel embarrassed that they're attracted to someone like us or whatever, but they were very vocal about it, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Hashtag Black Girl Magic. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Amber and Barnett. Thank you, Amber, for, you know, because I feel like Nick and Vanessa were gonna try to like kind of skate over stuff a little bit, but Amber was like, nah, bitch, you fake. You was smiling all in my face, and then I see you on camera when we're in the same room talking to him, talking about, oh, well, do you really want to be with Amber? No, Amber was ready. She was ready. And Barnett was sitting there looking nervous because he was like, I know she ready, but I don't think Jessica ready. So I appreciate that, Amber. She didn't break her face, but she did speak up about how she felt about Jessica, and she said that she didn't feel like, you know, she was in a place where she could forgive her just yet, but she did say that she appreciated her intent behind her apology. Jessica, still playing the victim, still kind of making excuses for her behavior, and then the first apology she initiates is to Amber and Barnett. And I felt like she should have said, I apologize to Amber, I apologize to Barnett, and I apologize to Mark. She never said sorry to Mark. Never. I felt like Mark let her off the hook way too easy. Yeah, he still was like not wanting her feelings to be hurt, not wanting her to be attacked for her behavior. And I feel like she still, to me, was taking advantage of that. She knows how much of a nice guy Mark is, and she still was taking advantage of that and was acting like she didn't do anything wrong. She blamed it on the drinking. You know, she did say she was embarrassed watching it back and looking back at herself, but she still kind of had this attitude like she felt like she didn't play him. And like I didn't understand like how she didn't understand. And I didn't understand why Mark didn't understand. And why Mark didn't lay into her more than he did, because he just kind of let it go. Like, oh, I still care about you. No, you never made me Italian beef.
No.
You don't let people walk all over you. You don't let people take advantage of you like that. And I just felt like Jessica did not, she wasn't sorry. And I didn't understand how she wasn't sorry. And I feel like Nick and Vanessa didn't ask any tough questions. Which hopefully, I'm sure they'll see other people's opinions. I haven't really seen too many reviews about the reunion yet. But I'm pretty sure people are going to speak to the fact that it was a little vanilla compared to the season. And that, you know, they need to ask tougher questions. Because I'm sure there'll be a season 2. You had way too many people hooked and on the hook with this show. Don't lose them with a boring reunion. Don't lose us. You got us. Keep us. I do feel it inspired me to go back because I kind of felt bad. I feel like I've neglected Married at First Sight. So I do need to go back and finish watching those episodes. So it has inspired me to actually do a review on Married at First Sight as well. So once I am finished watching this season of Married at First Sight, I will come on here and give my opinion on those couples as well and how things have turned out with them. And hopefully there'll be other series for me to come on and give my 2 cents to, because I'm a very opinionated person and I have lots of friends who are like, you know, anxious about what I have to say, but it's actually gotten them to go and watch the show for themselves so that we can have a conversation piece. So that's all this is. I will be, you know, posting about other things as well, not just about TV shows. I have so much content and so much footage from vacations that I've taken that I've never put up on the channel yet, so that will be coming soon as well. Just different experiences that I have, I'll come on and talk about also. And like I said, I will be keeping you up to date on my business, which is Aries Cupcakes. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will leave a link in the description below. And my Etsy shop, I will also leave a link to my Etsy store in the description below as well once I get it back up and running, because I have tons and tons of new items that I am in the process of trying to get on the store. So right now the store's on pause until I get everything back up. There was still a bunch of stuff from the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm like, look, I can't be selling Christmas stuff in freaking March, so it's on pause, but I'll be back very soon here in the next couple weeks. So keep a lookout for that, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all soon. All right, bye.